And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to... You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kituragi.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, hypertext, young carp, and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He's just making up fancy words.
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a...
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the coalition landed in 08.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which...
Hold on. What's R&D? It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass.
Apologies, it's an acronym for Research and Development. You're probably more familiar with RTD.
Mea culpa. You are not familiar with that one either.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge, and they started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global... Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing. It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer. Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet. Indeed.
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. All of this was built by Feld, even a boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld? Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed.
A pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before... Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to... They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars. What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was...
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book. Already...
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But what? 10 years ago, I did a little... freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center.
Wait, did he just say he did it? He said, what the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who?
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibit. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write direct...
Made of black film and folding tape strip.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionary set... Yes, the official name of the prototype. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, but of course, what else? Sure, what's on your mind? But of course, What? I do have some money, yes, but that's not...
He's not gonna give you money. What are you doing? Clearly you were just...
Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general. I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown.
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed.
I do some Lomantang stick fighting now and then. It's an anthropological heritage of the Lomantang people. A martial art of sorts, but interestingly enough, brings us to the socio-economic structure of the traditional and rural... But anyway, I'm boring you with details again. You were saying... Then I guess everything got said, right? No, thanks to you for having me in Little Mick.
You see, a once bright mural tower, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops along.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
This is the reads by the later it gets, the colder. This trap is also full of panic.
Another empty trap. Yep. The next one has a crab trapped in it.
Nothing has changed about this. A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall, with another 7 shades, a cold... See that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody? You think about the seagull's story. It's one of then their paradise became Shit City. And what did they do? No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away. Exactly. The seagull does what it takes, and so do you. This traps, the reeds sway, the wind picks up nothing but locusts in this.
Empty us, all of them. One more of these and we are done. I'm just glad.
Hello again, esteemed officer. A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge.
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your...
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before... A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one...
You're not thinking of trying again, are you? What is this place? No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a...
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's... No need to look for a supernatural explanation.
Barbell light, it's 60 kilograms. Your triceps, there are no collars. Why does it feel so familiar? No, it's not that. It's just a memory from another...
You're right. The weight may fall off. But it would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating. But it...
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master. Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in... A warm wave of accomplishment washes... Hey, but you're still in a ghost house.
Good technique. It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand. Yes, you might even call it a feature of the... Right. Now let's...
Some areas are inaccessible without your flashlight. After you've acquired it...
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their bit. Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same slipstream logo. That's a good question. Reality is... Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of Welkins. You make out translucent Welkins with organs. Who are all those creatures? Fantasy. You should adopt one of those Welkins as your persona. One of the Welkins, towering among the rest. It's Vara, a high Welkin. His face white and scarred like the Haldor, the Tworg, the humans, and even headless men.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welking creatures. Some people really like building a world, I think. This looks like concept art for a project. It's political commentary. That one has a great... Just look at those details.
And for what? The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds. Abandoned. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, albeit dark and cold. This vision also feels cozy in its own way. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat deaths." This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi. It looks a bit like everyone is constantly teetering on the edge of the abyss. An abyss of, as time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See, the handwriting is only partly legible, but the full text reads, Heat death of the universe is the new black. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind, and a dusty radio computer sleeps on its wired frame.
Another radio computer. It's your call. You're in charge of...
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber. It's empty, like a bee. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's...
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is... Please repeat. Is this the... Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I've unlocked the production schedule.
Really? She just used the same password? Maybe those radio computer guys...
Fortress accident. Is there a... Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework with a quiet determination. The printer starts printing a piece. It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce in its short time of existence. Fortress Access, the first tranche of seed financing, brought in 100. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 real, with only half. Let's just say it was a real adventure. The Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Pyrrolidon in the basement. Why did Fortress Accident have so many concepts? It didn't. No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially when dealing with writers, some of whom, one of them, even managed to steal some valuable... The production schedule depicts their not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers. It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large. They tried to make a 4 million real game They thought they could bridge the gap. They couldn't. No. Even then, success remained within, and that is until they discovered at the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsborn, Suliswa. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to the world had never seen their kind before. So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10. Do you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here. The lieutenant taps his foot, impatient. What if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop? Well, yeah, that, and the catastrophe. On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the... What is clear is that one day, an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred. On the east, when the project was returned, the team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider. But despite their diagnostics, they could never always read the term. And let's face it, they didn't have any money. Mysteriously enough, it seems that the offsite, it was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the offsite copy, and S. Luukinen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The offsite copy was on-site because there was no off-site. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to sleep. Her former colleagues would agree with you. The production schedule ends with a few random notes 4 months later by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under too. Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 8 Sandbrun 1147. That's what the street sign next to the church said. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Cast the filament slides out of its glow. Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic history classes, students with their textbooks open. Radio frequencies, it seems. UK unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins, and you think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to what looks like a surveillance probe. Someone very important, the leader of a massive on-air, a conductor for the hundreds of story threads. Whoever decides to call in, a list of names under the stations suggests people across. All of this is gone. There's no way a little basement studio.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious the schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. And
Okay, what do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? Yes, I got that. What I meant was, what were they trying? What were their ambitions?
he has respect and curiosity. This is way above.
Okay, well, I think it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in station. Not to my knowledge. They make automated games, but I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a...
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but... Yes, especially in here. Okay, let's keep moving.
A thick layer of coal dust. Looks like this furnace has a face.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any...
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chat. The echo is so prominent. It's impossible to discern what...
What are you doing? Wait, really? We should investigate, see if some...
A lush layer of coal. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left, 3 dangerous stripes appear onto...
What? What are you doing? Please wipe your face.
No, you're a proud warrior. Keep it. You can feel your cheeks turn red under the lieutenant's...
Thank you. So, where...
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts. You see a terrifying ice bear. This ice bear, the bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? This must be the giant ice bear. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name. But where's the filament memory? It's not here.
Someone must have taken it. What does the note say?
You pocket the note, and the little fridge magnets keep a friendly cartoon bear. Smiles. The paper still smells of vanilla.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money.
The fridge buzzes with energy. As you hold it in your hands, it's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. It occurs to you that you're not even. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. Why? Why did you think about it? Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. The note is written with a blue pencil.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant... Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. You find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP.
Sulislav. Wasn't he one of Miss Lucan and Kilda's co-workers? I remember it belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed. But I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. This orange machine is buzzing like an old... Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. Orange machine. The ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant cavalzo. Inside, on a frosty platform, lies an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub. You gently lift the cube, from...
We should take it back to Miss Lucan and killed as soon as possible.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious film? 2 cables are plugged into... Two cables, an electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. Somewhere in the dark, something close to you dies with a soft electric purr. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs, rummaging around. Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one, an old Belmagrave rifle, Revolutionary era, prized for its reliability. Take it. You're a police officer.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still, a beautiful thing. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around.
He likes this find. Only the red... Somewhere, a machine hums along with...
Fuck does Kuno... Kuno...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library...
We should try again during...
Anything else, Detective? One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when...
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly type.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library card? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone? I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. 57.
In the cabin, you see...
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree...
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine...
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like...
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you.
It's just theoretical work, Copper.
I can tell you who we're not, cop.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and...
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is you don't know? What kind of cop are you?
The skulls are the most vicious,
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever.
possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swag.
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you with...
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and...
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around.
I can't wait to become a skull.
Murder?
Yeah, sure. We'll glad...
Also, he was hanged. He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean...
These punks don't know anything. Let's just...
Hey! Stop right there!
Fucking philosophy, man. You can do aggressive...
like murder, or wasting...
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah! A true artist of the future.
By the way, if you see Cindy...
Odd. There isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like the lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Oh man, yeah! We're not fucking kids.
Be wary of the...
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
That's right. You...
What is wrong with you?
This is ridiculous. Boys, do you know why the gang is...
Yeah. The skull symbolizes the embrace of death and...
They're called skulls because when you are shot dead in the middle of the street, the skull is young.
Just trust me and follow my lead. No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing. The other one shuffles uncomfortably, nevertheless continuing to steal
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out, because we can be just as
but in a non-threatening and definitely...
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there is...
Apart from the Union.
Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, we are. Mm-hmm. What about them? Well, first off, it's a statement and not... The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they see. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steady, what I mean by this is, we are all...
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one. For so-called true love, which is...
I'm wondering if the poetics come with...
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times. And even then, it isn't certain that you'll get it. You get more fish in a shorter time. And because when one fucks everything,
Is it a coincidence that here we have two...
Yes? What is? What are you implying? I'm not sure I understand you, Detective. Neither. Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace seems about right, especially considering...
That's an origin.
So are we done here? Or... You don't need us around for your secret... That ride is...
Hey! Piss...
No, no, no. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys' dream suggests they're massive skulls.
What? No! Skulls don't have kings.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it light.
Wow! You boys are ambitious! Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls.
He gets it.
Shut the fuck up! Are you trying?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want?
You got it. No need for cruelty.
Oh, man. Okay. I get it.
Fuck.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you. This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think...
Cold-hearted cop.
The need will not arise.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with his...
I don't know, Eric. It's cold.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
Everything's still cool. Tapes? You mean like music tapes? No, music tapes. Tapes are everywhere. They're worthless. Kids throw them in the... No one would ever throw a good pair of high-quality plastic sunglasses in the bushes, mister.
To the west, dark brown ribbons of tape hang from the tree. The hawthorn tree, en route just like promised. You've stood here for what seems. Patting the tree reveals a small sticker which has almost been worn to oblivion. You tree hug. The bronze ribbon twists around, and within, there's a twisted logic in this mess. You see the ends of the ribbon, the way it flows. How the hawthorn tree is disappointed by you. A little. It's awful. The
smooth move, operator.
The gnarled hawthorn. Bent metal. Broken. You are the destroyer. The bane of Kudos. The gnarled hawthorn tree, with slow and deliberate motions, pulling, it curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you... Maybe Roy from the pawn shop can help.
What's the tape for? How? It's broken and unspooled. Do you think your new buddy knows how to fix it? You could also get it fixed at the pawn shop across the street. We shouldn't waste our time.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with it. Yeah, we still have those boomboxes on the shelf.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox, that gold...
Sorry, man. I can't be giving out freebies. Never have, won't now. A discount?
Remember, he doesn't like music. He likes sounds. The Doorgunner Megamix is his type of tape. Certainly, he'd give you a discount if he knew you'd play...
4 AL is offensively low, but just this once. For the music, and here you are. Quality sound reproduction.
Porter reel is the push, command set, and...
This isn't Revachon. This is a fucking village.
The harbor. That's the son of a...
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the apocalypse. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real night. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your portrait.
End of recording. It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more still.
There's more going on here than we know.
One of the other mercenaries, I think. A village on the Samaran Isola. in South Safra. Grad, who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you?
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back. The contrast feels chilly. The portal reel is just what you needed. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. Then the organ starts playing a simple melody telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons. Surrounded, within seconds you know this is the one. The real shit you've been. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tapes. Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world it's got. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke. And the lieutenant looks at you as.
Hello, hello. You mean Reese Pooley? Yeah, I do, but I'm not some Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. If you want to pawn the tape, sure. Although it looks pretty worthless. Sure.
Wow, a very large. Oh yeah, the print depicts smells like worn cotton.
Sniffing is okay. But please don't try anything on.
You're not imagining it.
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry a fan. No, I wouldn't go that far. Most people don't think. I mean, even if the.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not. Besides, I've been to Kotla.
His theory isn't exactly very.
Too rare.
That's dirt cheap.
But why? I suppose that makes sense, yes.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57. Hold on. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here.
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist.
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment.
On Moreau Drive in Central Jamrock, in a darkened hall, lit by orange desk lamps, far away from the noise out.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago. Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? Yes, it was my colleague, Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release,
Good. You have a name now.
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me.
And then goes for a little drink later.
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. Marie! She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty... Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any... Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need? 57.
In the cabin.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my time? What is this thing? Okay. Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess?
People just don't know how to accept gifts. Especially.
I feel good about our work here today.
No, you don't. It's not happening. The whirling doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles it can do. It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great... A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke. Okay, yes, it's for some clients. Ha! Well, we don't have any tape.
He's lying. But whatever, you don't really need his lame. The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares. This is the look of a man who's defeated.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just...
I'm having it uninstalled. Oh yeah. Time to do the damage.
Yes? What is it?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep...
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous.
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
And you look like you don't bathe on principle.
Please, let's not turn this into... me...
Again?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again. Oh, you don't want to hear about some old...
Reflexively,
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand. I'm getting ahead of myself.
She'd just started forming memories.
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds...
She had no fear.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt... I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water.
Where did you go?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort. We were on our first date when I told him my story. Our first.
The sigh is tender.
Not all of them, as far as I remember. It's hard to say how big things are when you're quiet.
What if it is the case?
Of course. I've thought about it. But Morel says so how did I know what to imagine? It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, "You trying to tell us you saw the Insul Indian phasmid out there in those reeds?"
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
You're welcome, sweetie.
And she could get up and walk.
Goodness, how is he?
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he could...
Oh, yes. But I am so relieved.
You haven't, however. The man pondered. You see, it could be connected. Takes you a moment. The reeds bend forlornly toward the constant, distant song. Louder, the trap feels light and silent as you... No locus, no phasmid either, but still. Your voice echoes on the...
Well, debate worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a...
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like some...
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist. Or someone... Right. Anyway, that's for the cryptozoologists to figure out now. We're not
Everything.
Now it's turning in.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife...
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and help here. I want to give you a small token of my gratitude.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels...
Nothing like the gratitude of a good woman.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside...
Good. Okay. And? Completely empty?
No locusts?
That's not ideal.
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Of course.
Yes. The Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news. Though we'll have to
Another trip to the reeds. Why don't you try convincing Morell his hypothesis is invalid?
Thank you for the vote of no confidence, Gary. An officer. I appreciate... Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us.
Heartfelt gratitude.
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization.
Hello, Lena and I...
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
A little hooligan.
Oh, my dear Morell. You've been an old man for too long.
Delinquents. My favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know what...
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's...
This is a slippery one. He may respect the law. He hasn't been particularly forthcoming before. He may well still be hiding something.
Really, Gary? We're getting...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. Morell, it's been fun. Really. But I need a bath, and I...
No need.
I really owe you one for getting us out of those Yellow Man! I mean...
The lieutenant raises his eye. Yellow Man? Might this be the owner of that mug you found in the trash?
I like nature, just not this.
This man respects authority too much to see you for what you are. Pretend thou art a sober man.
Dark times will do that to good men.
Serious question time. This man is...
Do I know how to turn back time?
The lieutenant crosses his... You'd better be going somewhere case-related with this.
Phew. I don't know what to tell you. Well, there's a very interesting cryptid known as the Semper Ma, and a certain tribe of... And then you hear rumors that the Seolites possess technology that cryptids. Actually, it's a so-called colonial animal. It's found in the subtropical jungles of Sumatra. Extremely difficult to spot. Yes, it blends in with the jungle floor. Unsurprisingly, it's become the subject of many I once heard a story about a whole village disappearing overnight, without a trace. Whole area is completely abandoned now. Locals won't even go. It gets even scarier. You see, the Semper Ma has also evolved a curious defensive mechanism. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. By about 4.5 seconds. Well, you see, the fascinating thing about it, and attack it over and over again, you could theoretically, assuming you survive the encounter, well, first we'd need to secure funding for an expedition, then assemble a team, gather supplies. There's probably a million other little things. I haven't really heard of any time travel, and personally, it seems easier than accessing deep secret Seolite technology. Well, how else did they get so far ahead of everyone in the tech race?
No part of me is part of this conversation, oh no.
Everything's cool. Nothing wrong with a little speculative inquiry. Sure, the Seolites are hard workers. Everyone knows that. But hard work alone... Come on, officer. Everybody knows about it. The stuff they've got, most people... Believe me, it's there. But that's nothing. Just wait till you learn. Isn't it obvious? Someone's been feeding the blue? No, the future. That creates a loop, right? The more advanced tech they send here, the more...
Within this self-contained logic bubble, a loop.
Now that is a paradox. I don't know, officer. I think future Revacom...
God, I hope he meant it sarcastic.
Though I suppose this still doesn't help you manipulate time personally. Well, essentially it's a grief ritual practiced by... What makes it really disturbing is the fact that they bite off bits of their children's fingers too. I'm getting there. See, the practice is derived from Semini's finger. By removing one segment from their fingers, they remove the corresponding hour from their... No. There's a discrepancy, as I explained. They count up to 12 on...
One you absolutely don't have time for. Let's...
Oh, well, this is embarrassing, but I don't know what to tell you, officer. I got all my information straight from Truth.
This guy has proved to be a dead end. A dissatisfied growl.
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Mark...
So you do know?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary.
He didn't kill him or anything.
My mug? Why would you think that? Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No, okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away. You're not going to find me, are you? Whew. Thank you. You won't... I don't know what got into me, really.
What did you do?
Nothing. I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage. I'm sorry, okay?
Disgraced. No need for the history on...
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Officer, please. I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw... Then I came out to clean up the rags, because no one else would. I put them... Okay. I was coming to throw...
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another.
What sound? Really? There's lots of weird sounds in a bar like this.
Maybe it was pinball.
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know...
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more.
I hope I could help your investigation. in my small way.
Don't be so relieved yet, Gary. This bad cop may have been in your apartment.
No. I helped Morel with research something. Not many Sealites here.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next racist will be a really good one? Well, this is that racist.
Hey, man. All I meant was that...
Oh yeah, he's definitely one of us. Smart.
No problem at all. Sure do.
His eyes narrow slightly.
In my home. Yes. When I was going to... Mr. Clare unlocked my apartment. So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me. Whatever it is, tell him I'm silent as the grave. I won't do it again. If there's anything...
This scared him proper.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind about... Is he? He's looking comfortable enough. Maybe it was just beads. Sounded like...
You wouldn't be able to hear if you were... Please excuse my colleague.
Of course.
Wow, so someone's been... Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild... Of course you do. Let's get right to it. Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a cast. Done and done. Rigorous self-critique. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held...
officers.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing. Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I was ashamed of what I did. And
We're not detecting falsehoods. This shame.
Gary.
I took the hangman. God damn it. I know.
Shame on you. Gary didn't mean to interfere with your investigation, officers. He's
a loyal friend. He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that meant...
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early...
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man.
It's difficult to say what...
Because I was weak.
He's a scaredy cat.
I always thought it was the Union, but...
This is all he knows.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I...
Does Kuno care? No, Kuno doesn't get...
Oh my god, I told you that!
Shut up!
Now they're gonna take...
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
Deny everything, Kuno!
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer...
Lame. That rings some bells. Could this be connected to Night City? Yeah, that's pretty lame.
It's gonna happen. Stop it, see. No one's gonna make...
There's definitely something going on here. You should check out Kuno's.
Kuno doesn't...
All around you, the hisses and chirps of like skyscrapers.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a subcase of the imaginary insect case. So at least, yes, I feel we are nearing a real, if anything, the presence of the locust points, but what do I know? I'll let you handle the Kuno.
Fuck, does Kuno care? Yeah. Kuno took the bugs.
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
Yeah, well, Kuno's all you got, bitch. It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Stop!
Locusts coming down like a shadow.
Yeah, Locust City.
There's a tug of war over the name. The girl forces herself to watch again.
Kuno, the pig wants to help.
An artist? Maybe I am an artist. You hear that?
Oh my god, Kuno!
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
Without a word, for once, the boy is lost for words. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation.
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die. I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence. Just long enough.
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to fuck pig. You really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame. The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
He recognizes the name.
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit.
There's silence between the two children.
Hello, officer. So it was just a...
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right?
She acts chipper, but something's changed in her. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty...
Darling, I told you to take it easy.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next...
There won't be a next season. Not for this. Find a phasmid or admit defeat, people.
You can? Fine. It's better than having these people get new...
He wants to see this tale through, as much as you. Otherwise, he'd have...
Really? It's too much, officer.
What Morel means is we're great...
Here's a fresh scratch of locust. They should slide right down the funnel.
Wow. Co-discovery. You'd be famous. This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of...
Hell no. I had no idea.
I don't know what got into him, officer. Thank you for letting him off easy.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. I'm sure of it. No, sweet, of course.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you?
There's nothing for you to understand. Absolutely not. She died of pneumonia in her bed. Reversal fair of 91 in the Thorberg district. This was the happiest day of my life. I was 22 when I returned from King Guillaume's. I won her back. But while I was dealing...
You were like a dark cloud sucking the joy out of every living thing around you.
Dark cloud.
Those days and memories are gone.
The old soldier says nothing, but when his glance quick, the lieutenant, what are you? What? He thinks you're...
Now. I'm sure the officer means it figuratively. Like a forensic technique or...
Bon song, son. You must have it. All right. I will entertain this.
Oh, you're in for a treat, officer. Sing the playful...
It's always about... But it's never only...
The lieutenant rubs his forehead and mumbles something.
Even after the revolution. After it happened slowly, like a seedling growing into a tree. The right track? This is the right track. The only track. And there are no second chances. We don't deserve them.
There's something substantial. Regret. Honor walks and...
Easy, René. Take it easy. You're right. Absolutely.
Imbecile.
Something about this top...
Enough, officer. We can't help you. No, but don't worry. I'm sure...
The Carabiner is too old and feeble.
Anything else you want? Or can we get back to our game? It's a Belle McGrave. 4 point...
His moves are quick and precise as he first...
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of... As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM446s are an antique. What is this? Are you mocking us? This...
Now. No need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best.
Trying is versus my... Fine. You try to right a wrong. It's still a gram better than actual nothing.